I thought I was cool back then. I want to show you the pictures so that you can see that the people on stage didn't start on stage. That there was a transition of growth as you go through that. And business is going to challenge you a lot. We've made a lot of mistakes in our career, and some of you have probably made a lot of mistakes in your career. Some of you, the problem is you haven't made enough mistakes in your career. Business is going to be something that challenges you and pushes you to get better. I want to give you 4 key things I want you to write down. We're going to keep it very short, very direct. I think a lot of us struggle with something, which is that we compare ourselves to everybody that's on stage. And I know what it's like to sit in the crowd and be really, really upset. Be honest if you're really upset right now. I know what it's like to sit in the crowd where your leg starts to bounce because you want to win so bad, and you got the chills, and it's 40 freaking degrees in this place, and so it's freezing. Your freaking hands are numb, and you're mad because you're like, gosh, man, last year I said I was going to kill it this year, and then I got killed this year. How many of you guys can relate? Because you want to know why? Even the people winning feel the same way. But these 4 things I've found play a big role in that. Number 1 is you got to actually work. And I know you've heard it, but let me be clear on something. You have to work. The join and don't quit thing doesn't work if you don't work. You can say, I'm going to write it out, 10-year plan. Showing up for 10 years is not enough. When I was at Tiger School, a lady spoke on stage in tears, and I couldn't figure out why she was crying, because she was number 1 for persistency, and she was really emotional about it. And then she told her story, and she said, 17 years ago I started, and I finally got here. And you want to know what she said? The only thing I did right in 17 years was I didn't quit. But then she said, but you want to know the mistake I made is it didn't take me 17 years to get here. It took me 16 years to finally work. Number 2 is you have to be consistent. So you can't work today and then not work for the next 2 weeks and then work one day and then not work. That doesn't work. Consistency. Look, in 8 years, we just haven't stopped. You guys understand that? Number 3 is you got to be effective. So if you suck, get good fast. You want to know why? Because if you're good, you don't have to do it as much. The last one is time. This is the one that look, you could control if you work, you could control if you're consistent, you could control if you're effective. You want to know what you can't control? How long you've been here. And I'm going to tell you this for encouragement, although it might frustrate some of you, is that there is an element of time that is played in everyone's career on stage. And so if you just got here, you got to stop beating yourself up. Because the one thing you can't control is time. So you got to stick it out. When they say enjoy the process, they don't mean enjoy getting your ass kicked for the next 10 years. That's not what they're telling you. What they're telling you is, hey, you have to be here long enough for it to work. You guys understand that? Yes or no? I was telling a girl on our team last night, I said, look, here's how it goes. There's 5 people on your team. Great. You get frustrated, pissed off, you get better, you do a lot of work on yourself. And for 90 days, you go grind, okay? And then you show up with 10. And you get frustrated and pissed off, and you get better, and you work on yourself for 90 days. And then you show up to Vegas convention with 15 or 20 or 30. You understand? And then you get what? Frustrated and pissed off and inspired, and you work on yourself, and you get better, and you go grind 90 more days to what? Your next fast start school where you have 30 or 40. And then you show up and you get pissed off and frustrated and better, and you grind it out, and you come back with 150 next year. You understand that? Every freaking event you're going to be pissed off. If you understand this now, then you can what? Enjoy the process. It does not happen without time. So when I look at my career, I'm pissed off now. But it's 8 years. I only showed you the picture every 2 years. We take a picture every time. You want to know why? So that in 8 years, I have a picture to show in my PowerPoint. Because it's part of the journey. But when they say enjoy the process, it's, look, I know this is going to take 10 years to do. I accept that. How many of you accept that? See, some of you don't accept it. You want it to be overnight. The only thing you make overnight is babies, and those take 9 months too. You should honestly look at yourself and go, I don't even know why I'm mad. Because because I haven't been here long enough. So when I say time, I have one last thing I'm going to say. So I have a challenge for those of you who are new. You're fired up. I already know that. But I got a question for you. How many of you guys would like to see your mentors come out of retirement and start working? How many of you guys would like to see your coach on stage more? Hey, so I got a question for you. If you're a leader in the room, when are you going to get your ass back up and do something? Because you're fired up now that the front row's safe for you and you ain't done shit in 12 months. Get your freaking ass to work.